Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Today, we're continuing the episode Local October, and we're going to be doing facility maintenance application data analysis. We've been building an application in this series. We built Power Apps in the last 2 weeks, and we also took it off from there and automated backend processes. Today, we'll be analyzing data generated from this, and I'm going to introduce to you my co-speaker, Sumelis Diko, who is also working right in the studio with me. And I have Abisola Buola, who is moderating this right on YouTube as you're there. She'll be there to answer your questions as we lead this session. It is very important that we see the value of what we are doing. And the entire goal of Low Code October is to show you as a beginner, as an intermediate, or even experienced person, how to build connected solution. It is not sufficient to learn Power BI alone. You are losing a lot because within Power Platform ecosystem, we have more than just Power BI. It is not sufficient to know Power Apps alone because within the ecosystem, we have loads of other applications that can combine together to deliver business value. And that's exactly what we're doing in Low Code October, putting in together Power BI, Power Apps, Power Pages, Power Virtual Agent, Power Automate. But we are focusing on Power Apps, Power BI, and Power Automate. And this is the timetable we've been following through. So today is the last day in the series, Facility Maintenance Application Data Analysis. And to make it seamless for us, let's conceptualize what we're doing in this three form. If you are building an application or embarking on any project, there are three things you should think about in local development. First, front end. What is the front end? Where are users going to be interacting with this solution? The second one is the back end. Oh, every data generated from this, where are they going to be stored? And also we have middleware. Middleware is right there. What is going to connect the front end to the back end? And because we're in the low code application development platform, these are the equivalent of these three technologies that I've talked about. When you think about front end, Power Apps is our front end. That is what we're using to build this application. And when we talk about backend, where we are storing the data, Microsoft Dataverse is the backend, which is secure, scalable, and intelligent platform. Also, we have Power Automate, which is the middleware that's connecting whatsoever is stored in the front end, connect that to the back end and do some automation like approval, like status update, like notification. We use Power Automate to run these activities. We've done sessions on them. Don't forget to check aka.ms/lowcodeoctober to see the details. So today, we want to analyze data that has been generated from this application, and we're going to use Power BI. What you can see right on my screen is Power BI Desktop, and you can see we can build and analyze a dashboard and report right there. Analyze your data and build the report and generate dashboard from your report. Easy to use, drag and drop. That leads me to the next talk. What are the anatomy of a dashboard? What does it mean? If you build a Power BI dashboard, what do you have access to? One, you can connect to several data from different sources. You can share insight with anyone as simple as sharing document, seamless integration to Microsoft 365 apps and services, Dynamics 365, Azure, and host of other applications and services. And the fact that you can actually extend it. So if what you're looking for is not there, you can build an extension to connect to this. What you see is what you get design experience. Right at the middle, you can see the image. It's easy to drag and drop and build your visuals. Data visualizations, native intelligence where you can write questions and going to build dashboard or build, a chart from the question to answer your question. And Power BI also support big data with Azure. So relating this back to the use case we are handling now, it is time to build our report. How do we build our report based on the data? Then I'm going to share my screen again, and this time around, I'm going to focus on the applications that we have. So you're going to see the application, and we're going to take it off from there. First, this is app that we've been building. This is the facility maintenance application that we've been building for the past 3 weeks. And this is the detail screen. This is the browse screen, detail screen, and this is the edit screen where you can create new item or edit existing item. At this home page, we want to create a report. So if you're admin, once you click on admin, it's going to go to the report page and you will see the dashboard that be embedded. One thing you should take note of is this application is mobile. It is not web. It is not portrait. It is not landscape, by the way. It is actually portrait. So when you are building dashboard that you want to integrate or embed into this, it's better to build it with this resolution, with this layout and dimension. And another thing I'm going to show you, which at the end of this session, you will see the link to the video on our community site, how to build the background that I've done. I have my PowerPoint here, and in this PowerPoint, I have designed the layout for my report. Yes, in PowerPoint. How do I do this? Don't worry, we have guided you through this, the video, to build this similar thing and even be creative with yours. You can actually design your background right here. You can see every element were pieces together. So I designed them right in PowerPoint, and I've walk you through how to do this as well. And you can see I have looked at my data. What data do I have? How do I want to analyze them? First, I want to analyze damages that have been reported. What is the total count? What are the damages by types? What is the venue analysis? Damage by venue, damages by venue and type. So when I get to Power BI, I'm just placing the chart on this background, and everything, it's seamless. Another advantage of doing this is, imagine I have to go to Power BI and use all these different cards, numbers on the chart. It might take time to load. It might be heavy because several element components are adding to your report. But here is just a background image that we're going to turn this guy to and just fix the numbers on them. And that's going to make a lot of sense. And at the end, we will integrate this, embed it back into the Power Apps. I know you're ready. Okay, so how do we do this? I have exported this as image, and right on my desktop, this is the image. So this is the image that we're going to bring into Power Apps, Power BI, then build our report there, then take everything back to Power Apps. Okay, let's start. First, you need to download Power BI Desktop, which I have on my system. It is free, but Power BI service is not free. And this is why we've guided you from the beginning of this session to register for a developer account, M365 developer account. And the first thing to do here in Power BI Desktop is to go to this page. At the right-hand side, you see Format Your Report page. And I'm going to go to Canvas Settings, which is the layout that I have here. I'm going to change it from 16 to 9 to custom. I'm going to change it to custom. And what size do I want to specify? The resolution for our mobile phone is majorly, the common one is 1920, 1920 pixel by 10 or 1080 pixel. So I'm going to say 1920 pixel by 1080. And the moment I select that, you can see everything looks like our app. Don't forget, this is the layout of our app. It looks like our app. So we have restructured this into that. It can easily embed and place there. So we are designing with that thing in mind. And the second thing we're going to do is, I'm going to come to Canvas background. This canvas, what background? What do I want to have at the background? I'm going to select Browse Image because I want to use image. And on my desktop, I have the image I've designed. I've selected it. You can't see anything because the transparent is 100%. I'm going to reduce it to 0. And right there, we have it. Oops, you see, what is this? We can't even see anything. Go ahead and image fit and put it as fit. Awesome. The moment I set the image as fit, what you can see right here is cool. Everything is fixed. All I just have to do is to connect my data and bring out the numbers here. And that is magic. So let's see how we can do this quickly. We need to connect to our data source. And where is our data coming from? It's coming from Dataverse. Remember, we were building the app and the app was resting on Microsoft Dataverse. So I'm going to go back to Dataverse right here. And it's loading because they need to connect through internet connection to Microsoft Dataverse. And it's going to ask me to sign in. I've already signed in. As you can see at the top right here, I've signed in with my account. And so it's asking me, where do I need? Which table do I want to connect to? Or which environment do I want to connect to? And the name of my table, I can search here, is Facility Maintenance Demo. It's actually, it's Facility Maintenance Demo. It's under Olanowaju here, under this table. So I'm loading the environment, brother. Olanowaju, that's the environment where I built it, and I'm going to look for it right there. So we see all the tables. This is Facility Maintenance Demo. That is my table. I'm going to click on it. It's just doing some preview. I will not load it. The reason why I need to wait is because I want to transform the data. I don't need all the columns. I only need few columns that speaks to my data. So I'm going to click on transform data, and it will open up Power Query where you can transform your data. It's asking, how do I want to connect to this? Import or direct query? I'm going to choose direct query. Import method will import the data, and it will not refresh until you reload it. So when someone interacts or a status change, it will not reflect on the dashboard. But I want to use direct query, which means it's directly accessing that Dataverse table. So it's direct connection to it. If there's any change there, it refresh because it's running the query live. So I'm going to click on OK here. And voila, it's going to take me to the Power Query editor where I can then apply my transformation. All I want to do is to select columns that I need. That's what I want to do now. And by that, I'm going to start with, this is the unique ID that comes with this column. So I can select it, created on, maybe the date. That's the same thing as the date reported. Let me look for the columns that I need, created by, I really don't need that yet. Yes, you go through those columns that you need. What are the other columns? Let's status code. Let's continue to go through them. Yeah, I see venue name right here. I see I need venue name, but there are numbers. We're going to see that shortly. I see damage observed. There are also numbers. I see location, numbers. Image, we are not interested in image at this point in time. Assigned to, I'm not interested. The name, issue status, yeah, either fixed or not fixed or those things. Date fixed, fixed image, fixed URL, cost fixed. Yeah, I also need the cost for fixing this. Yes, which means how much it took to fix it. Yep, right here. This is the cost fix. What other things do we need? Date inspected, in case it was inspected. Fixed approval. Do we need that? Approval name, user email. Okay, this is fine. So I have here now the columns that I need. If any other column, I'm going to come for them, but these are the columns I need. All I'm just going to do is click on remove columns and say remove other columns. I've selected the one I need. I want to keep them, so I'm removing other columns. And just right there, we have them. So we have it right there. I can click on close and apply. And one thing you will notice there is the numbers. You see some categories are reported in numbers. For example, what is the venue name? What is the other type of damage that was reported? Those were numbers. And what is happening here is establishing connection to the schema, creating connection model, and loading the table, which has been done successfully. It is then time for us to interact with data. This data is not Excel. It is not stored on Excel. It is not stored on my desktop. This is Dataverse, live connection to Dataverse, which is hosted on the cloud. And the next step for us to do is, now that we have our layout, let's build in the numbers into the dashboard. Few things you need to notice is we're going to do some regrouping or renaming, which we can do in the query editor mode. But I'm going to give you as an assignment, because all I will do is to rename. I'm just going to rename, but I will ask you to use Power Query to do the transformation. First, let's look at the facility maintenance. This is number. This is unique ID for all things that have been reported. I can pick this as number to tell me the total damages reported. I'm going to convert
Ola,
to.
sorry. Hey, you need to connect your laptop to power. Thank you, Taher, for yeah. In the comments, somebody commented, like, yeah, before it dies.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It must have not been charging.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to sorting that out soon, but I can continue the session. I'll get the charger here and I'm going to plug it. Thanks for that. Apologies. What I also notice here, when I click on facility maintenance demo, you can see what I'm having there, and I've clicked on the card, and all I have is just this. What is all this? What you should do is to click on the feed right here and select count. When you select count, it's going to count how many. We are interested in number of records that have been reported. And you can see right there, 70. That is the number. And I can drag it here and start editing that number. I can remove the category label because I don't need it. I only need the number. Come to general, come to effect, remove the background so that it's transparent. Yeah, I think I have to here now. Um, I'm sorry, just trying to fix the power. I'm sorry, trying to fix the problem. On power filters. Um, okay. Right. So while I'm doing that, I've removed the background. The background now is transparent. I can go back to visual and under colored value, increase this number to like CC so that it's really big and can fit into the space we have created for it. Like 60. Good. So right now we see all we just have to do is to place the chart in the box we have created. So you've modeled your design and it's going to be lighter, very light, because this is going to be very light because we have already created the background. All we are just doing is to place numbers on it. And you can change the color of the number if you want to. Damage by types as well. Damages reported. We are interested in damages reported by type. And the next thing to do is, okay, what kind of chart do I want? If I need this bar chart, I'm going to click on the facility maintenance here. Don't forget, it's just to change it to, instead of y-axis, I'm going to move it to x-axis. And here is going to be count. And I need type, damage observed. This is damage observed, which I'm going to bring to here, y-axis. Let's make it this type of charts. Yes. So this is it. Damage observed by type. The type is 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to show you how to update this. And don't forget, you come to format. I'm going to remove under the visuals data label, put it on so that numbers can be at the top. It's easy, accessible. Under general, come to effect, remove the background so it becomes transparent. And right here, I can readjust this. And why this is there, we have this number. I can also change the color of the visual. And to change that, I have to come to bars, come to visuals, come to bars, and say maybe show all so that I'll be able to change their numbers, their colors, by the way. And I can start picking colors that can blend with the background. This is one. I can choose another color here. Another one, maybe choose this, should be a bit lighter. And then this last one can actually be something like this. There's a way you can use color gradients. But now let's just pick them with color. We need something really light and blending with this background. And that's something we can do. We've just added just two cards, this and this right here. And what I'm going to do is save this. Unfortunately, I don't get the charger working. I think it has spoiled. Charger is not working. It's not working. Yeah, and it's not working. So what I will do is, can we have some like a 2-minute break, because the light, I can transfer the solution to another system. I can do that. So I apologize. I'm fixing that right now. I'll be back in a jiffy. So Apologies for the break. Okay, so I'm back. I'm back now, and I will be continuing from where we stopped. So I'm going to share my screen and share the slide. I can see some questions around how we're able to come up with the background design. Like I said, aka.ms/local.october, that is the site. Once you get there, you see the link to the blog post that guide you through this, because we can do this on the live session, right? And I'm going to open up the Power BI file, which is from where we stopped, so that we can take it up from there. But first, the slide again. I'm going to share the slide. Yes. So please do confirm once you can see my screen. Share screen. All right. I'm sharing my screen right now. And please, can you confirm you can see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay, okay, great. Happy to see that. All right, so quickly, sorry for the interruption. I'm going to start this again. Not from fresh, because I have the file already here, but I'm going to run through this in case you are checking this for the first time. It is low code October, and we're building application solution using Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power BI. And today is the last of the series, where we're going to be analyzing the data that have been generated from the application we built, and the Power Automate and the processes we've automated at the back end. I've explained that when building an application, you think about three things as a low code and power platform developer: the front end, the back end, the middleware. What stands as the front end for us is our Power Apps, which we use to create our Power Apps Studio, which we use to create our Power Apps. Users will be consuming the solution by using the app. And when they use the app, they generate data. That data needs to be stored somewhere, which is the backend, Microsoft Dataverse. And then we have the middleware, where you want to send for approval, notification, and the rest. That process is being managed by Power Automate as the middleware. And today we're focusing on Microsoft Power BI to analyze the data that have been generated from this app. And I talked to you about the anatomy of a dashboard, how simple it is to work with Microsoft Power BI, and how it integrates the seamless integration to other services, the native intelligence, the big data support, and ability to actually build visualization and report without necessarily writing codes. Drag and drop, you are building visuals, and with a little of DAX, you can make it even much more flexible. All right. So, and for us to do that, I think I'm going to be sharing another screen now with Power Apps and the Power BI that we already have. Okay, just seconds so that we can continue from there. Sorry, locating the document. Yeah, I have them now. So let me share my screen again, my entire window this time around. I'm gonna stop sharing a window. Okay. All right. So right here, I'm pulling up the app that we were building before the interruption. We've connected to Microsoft Dataverse prior to this time, and I'm just waiting so that we have it loaded. I need to sign in to Dataverse. So for you, at the very first time, it's likely going to take you this way, asking you to sign in. Okay, I get it. Sorry, it's loading with my with a different account here, so I need to. I'm signed in already. Let me use the Dataverse here. Use this account because I'm on a new system and signing to that account is not coming straight. Okay, once I'm able to sign in, everything should be fine. So, okay, so this will work for me because this is already logging. This is logging in here. Cancel. Yeah, this is the account, and here's my database. So it's trying to load my system and connect to Dataverse. I'm not sure if the connection is using right now. No, not this. Get data from Dataverse. So there's already a different account that has logged in there, so I need to go to the source, listen sources, and remove this, remove from list. Okay, so I've removed this. It's connecting automatically to a different account, and that is why it's establishing that. Here, I'm going to clear. So when I clear these permissions, it becomes easier for me to restart a new permission. Sorry. There are no prompts. Don't know why this is hanging. I need to close a window and pull it up again. Apologies. Hope this gets close. All right. So I'm gonna pull up Power BI again. It's really a technical, very technical challenge. All right. This is coming up now. If it gets me logs in, yep, okay, this should be fine for me now. So remove. Right, and then if I come to my data sources, okay, I want to remove this. Yes, delete. Okay, so that it's not by default connecting to any sources, and I'm connected to my developer account here. I can click on Dataverse, which will require me to sign in. I'm not signing. Okay, I'm going to sign in here. And here, I'm going to this is my login details, and I'm going to put in my password. It will require me to put my authentication code because it's secure two-factor authentication. Then I'm going to type in the code right here. So now it's going to sign me in, signed in as it, I'm signed in, I'm going to connect. So the same thing we did the other time before we had this technical issue. Now it has connected to um, my data source, and all I'm looking for is my facility maintenance. That is the table which is under this environment. So now I'm clicking here to load the table, and I have my chart already. I can go over there to look for it. CR is under the CRD9. This is the table. I can connect to it, but I don't need to connect because I don't want to do this from beginning again. So I can close, now that I've established connection, I can close this and go to my desktop and put up the report where we stop from before we have this disruption. In the next 10 minutes, let's see how much we can do. This shouldn't have taken us a lot of time, if not for the technical challenge we're having, and we'll make sure we cover this as we did the video and put it out there for you to consume again. So I click on the reports. I was working on different system, transport it here. Because I'm connected now to the same data source and the credentials are correct, it's going to load it and we can continue from where we stopped. The initial challenge was that it stores information from different accounts and is clashing with one another. Okay, so right here we have this. Amazing, we can continue from here. But I'm also going to go back here to my developer account, go to Power Apps, and I want to show you something. Right on this Power BI, here, right on our report here, we see count of facility maintenance demo by damage observed. We're going to edit this title. We only have 0, 1, 2, 3. Why is damage observed in 0, 1, 2, 3? Because when we created the table in Dataverse, even though we put it as choice column, however, at the back end, what we had there was numbers. Numbers were representing those things. So I'm going to go to tables and we can see exactly what 1 means, what 2 means. And these are the things you should do in Power Query during transformation. But I'm just going to regroup them and call one apart and rename them, by the way. And so this is facility maintenance demo. And I can come to columns. And this will show us columns. So we're looking at damage observed. This is damage observed. And because it's a choice, you can see 0 means damage shares. That's what 0 means, which I can copy. And in Power BI, for example, where we're going to be renaming this, come to the table, damage observed. I'm going to right click on it and say regroup, new group. I'm going to add a new group to it. And it's list. Wherever you see 0, you got to call this a new number. So I'm going to group 0. And 0, sorry, when you see 0, this is 0 for 0. I'm actually going to rename this. That is damaged. That is the damaged shares. So anytime you see 0 is damaged shares. And I'm going to say this is 1. I'm going to group it and rename that guy. So, and let's see what we have for the second one, damage projectors. So this one is going to be damage projectors. Damage projectors. As damage projectors. And here, 2. What is 2? 2 means not working computers. So I'm going to say this. This is not working computers. And lastly, the last one, which is 3, group. This is portals. This is portals. So done. I'm going to click on OK. So rather than using that, I'm going to use the group that I have now in this chart. Rather than using that variable, that damage observed, I'm going to bring in here the group. And in that case, you see it's renamed now. You can see the value, everything fine for us. And of course, you can do a lot of other customization on this. For example, I can remove this axis because I have the numbers. I can remove the y-axis, and that's the impact. So I don't need to remove the y-axis. Data label is fine for us. The grid lines, come to general, do some editing in maybe header icon, and 2 tips. We don't need 2 tips. So let's go ahead and analyze for venue. Venue analysis. So damages by venue, just similar to what we have here. And to do this, I'm going to select the type of chart that I want. And I want to use this chart. Oops, I need a new chart entirely. This. And I'm interested in count of damage observed. This is the group, and my number is facility maintenance. Facility, no, this should be no, yeah, facility maintenance should be here. So similar to that, but this time around we're interested in see the chart venue analysis. Actually, we're interested in venue and not by type. So instead of selecting this, I'm going to look for venue name. Venue name will also come in numbers. It will come in numbers because it's a choice column. And that is why we're having this. It's actually summing it up, which it shouldn't be summed up. Let's see, counts. If the count is here, venue name is here. Venue name shouldn't be number, but I think it's summing it up. Nope, don't sum up. Show as just. Oh, I see. This shouldn't be number. So we quickly need to rearrange this. This should be counts, and venue name. I'm going to regroup venue name by right clicking and say new group as well. And what do we have here? We have list. These are the numbers. And what do I have on my table? Venue name. Nope. Yes. So venue name here, because the choice column, it also has lecture all 1, lecture all 2, IT labs, assembly point. Later you get to know you can modify this when you are creating it. So lecture all 1 is 1, 2, IT labs, and 3. So I can go ahead and rename it, and that will be able to use it. So this new group, there's another group, there's another group, and there's even another group. So 1 is lecture all 1. This you can do in Power Query. This is lecture all 2. 2 means lecture all 2. You've seen them as number and it's summing up them. IT labs is number 3. And number 4, we're going to check what number 4 is. Assembly point. So number 4, which is the number here, can be assembly point. You click on OK. So we have this category now, and that it makes it easier to do this analysis here by category, and that is fine now. And coming back here, general, come to effect and remove the background, turn it off, and we can resize this and place there. For axis title, I don't need title because we've done that here. I'm done with the effects. Do I need other icons? Come back to general. No, I need this. I don't need x-axis because I can turn on data label. That shows me the numbers for each of those things. And yeah, we have this. How about further analysis? You see right now, we only have 3 cards here. And because of time, I'm going to run damages by venue and type, and I will embed it into Power Apps. The full session to walk you through will be available on the blog post so that we can maximize the time. Let's do damages by venue and type. And to do this, we can use this type of chart. And we're interested in facility, but this facility should be here, x-axis, and should be count. Yes. So we have it here. Then I'm going to just select the group venue and the group here. So let's see what we have here. So we have damages by venue and by type. And here I'm going to come to editing and remove the legend is okay. Remove x-axis. Yeah, because I don't need it. And here, under title, turn off title, they can become more bigger, and change the size so that it's a bit bigger. And under effects, if I remove the background, yeah, it's showing more. Remember, I can further customize this. It's because of time. And with what we have, I'm going to save this. It is saved. And because I'm already connected, I can publish it by clicking on publish. Publish should push this to my workspace on Power BI service. That is why you need your developer account. This will publish. And the concept I'm trying to share is after you are done creating your Power BI report, how do you then integrate it into Power Apps? How do you create a dashboard from it? And that's what we'll be doing next. So I'm going to click on Got It here, and we are not done. I wanted to put filter here. I want to do this more, do fixed details, cost fixing. But let's see. When we integrate this, the dashboard will continue to update if we have the time to do more work. And I also want to answer some questions. So I'm going to go back here, and of course I need to put on the Power Apps as well so that I can see the app. This is the app. I'm going to edit, and while it's being edited, I also go to Power BI. So since I've pushed my report from my desktop to the cloud, it's going to be available there. The data set, because it's direct query connection to Dataverse, I'm also going to see data set there that I can work on. But I want to create a dashboard from this because my dashboard was that we embed as a Power BI tile in Power Apps. So we have facility maintenance, which I'm looking for right here. Okay, I'm going to come to my workspace. And within my workspace, by clicking on my name here, by clicking on my image right here, my workspace, I will see facility maintenance. This is the data set, and this is the report. So I'm going to click on the report. It will open up the report. The same report, interesting. You are going to have this problem immediately you connect to Dataverse and you are publishing, telling you that you can't access the extension for your data source. So click on show details. It's going to require that you go to come here to settings and go to manage no manage gateways. If you come to manage gateway, you're going to see your data source connection, data sources. So it's running right now. The one for Dataverse, most likely, that's the one that's having issue. It's not yet connected. I'm going to click on settings. And so it requires authentication method. I'm going to select OAuth2. Is it encrypted? I can say encrypted at the organization level so that I can provide security. And you need to also edit credentials so that you signed in to Dataverse. And by clicking edit credentials, I'm going to be able to put in my login details. And same thing, it's just signing in again on Power BI service, which is done now. I'm going to click on save. We won't have that challenge with synchronizing with data source again because I'm using Dataverse. Now it's saved, everything is fine. If I come back here and click on close and reload, we will not have that challenge. Everything I've done will show on this report. You see, it's loading now, and it's going to show the numbers for 70, the damage types, the charts that we have. Okay, it's coming up now. And what I'm just going to do after this is to edit this by clicking on edit. We have them now. Click on edit and pin this whole report as a dashboard. Dashboard is different from report. Report can have several pages, several cards, value cards, several visualization types that you want to have. But dashboard should go straight to the point. Just answer one or two business questions. And that's what I'm going to do here by clicking on pin dashboard. But in this case, I'm going to just pin the entire tile as dashboard because that is what I want people to be able to see. And I'm going to create a new dashboard and I'm going to call it facility maintenance. Then I'm going to say pin live. By so doing, it has pinned it live. I'm going to go to the dashboard, not, this is the dashboard, not even report. And right here, I can still toggle with them because it's interactive. It's interactive. And what I'm going to do next, how can I embed this into, let me sure, how can I embed this into my Power Apps? By coming to File. Okay, so even to embed, I don't have the share button. I don't have the share permission granted there. But to embed into Power Apps, you don't need to go to File. Go straight to your Power Apps, and that's where we are right now. I'm going to create a new page, a new screen. This is where I want to put my report. And I can rename it here and say this is dashboard. Let's just call it dashboard. Then insert. What am I inserting? Search here for Power. You see Power BI tile. And the tile is right here. And it's asking me with the pop-up here, where is the workspace I'm trying to connect to? This is my workspace. What is the dashboard I want to connect to? Facility maintenance. Because I've created it, can read this right there, facility maintenance. What tile on the dashboard am I interested in? And because I've pinned everything as a dashboard, not individual cards, I can click on facility maintenance and it's going to show everything right here in my Power Apps. And of course, I can readjust this. It's loading right now. And I can readjust this to suit, the dimension that I have here. So the good thing here is we have designed this to suit the dimension of the mobile view. If you design in the regular view, it's just going to be portrait, a landscape here, and that will not be easy to read. The reason why I leave a space under here is because I want to add a button. I want to add, home icon that can lead me back to home page. Home icon, and this home icon, I can place it right here and say when selected, it should navigate me to my home screen. So when I click on it, navigate to my home screen, and when I'm home screen and click on admin, admin should take me to the dashboard screen. So navigate to dashboard. So we have this. So we're pretty much done, but we couldn't design a dashboard the way we wanted to. On the blog post, you will see it. So let's give it a test. I'm playing the app right now. I can go to report, and from report, I can do whatever I want to do with my report, view the report, go back. The report itself needs a button that will take me back home actually. So let's go back to the home page again. My browse screen supposed to have a button that will take me back to my own screen. So let's assume we want to use this. We say on click, on select. On select, it should take me to navigate to home page. Navigate to home. All right, so this is fine. So I'm okay now. When I play this, if I go to report, if I click here, it can take me back to home page. Report, I can do anything I want here now. And on home page, if I click on admin, then they're going to take me to this dashboard, which I've embedded into Power Apps. And that's everything. We can relate with it. You can filter by clicking on this and you go to reshuffle everything. It's interactive, it's working. If you're on your mobile phone, you're going to use it the same way. As a data analyst, now that you see how easy it is to build an application to solve business problem, this is this signal on your learning journey, because the data we're analyzing there is not just the data we download online, it's data generated from solving business challenge. So this is a real case study. Instead of you thinking, where can I get business real life data? Build an application that solves something using Power BI, Power Apps. If you build an application that solves a problem, that application is generating data. And you can then use Power BI to analyze the data and integrate it back into Power Apps. That is a solid portfolio project. I can click back here on home, go back again to admin, and I'm going to land there. It's refreshing now. If there's new updates, definitely going to update. Right now, I can take questions. I apologize for the challenge we had, technical issues. I couldn't fix everything, but at least this is agile enough because it's functional at the end. We're able to demonstrate everything end to end, even though not 100% complete. If there are questions, I can take them now. Of course, I saw a question right here that can we use a conditioner? I'm going to stop sharing my screen. That can we use a conditioner column in query editor? That's exactly what I said. I intentionally keep it as your assignment. So when you're following through this, go to the Power Query mode and do the renaming, conditional renaming, do it there. I was already in Power BI and I showed that grouping method. Thank you for asking. Yeah, the pros, to be honest, if you use the conditional column, it shows that it's part of the query that we run. at every point. It's like a pipeline you have created. So what we've done by using grouping is post data pull. Before data is being pulled, while you are using a Power Query, when it's pulling the data, it's applying those transformation as pipeline. So the data is there. So it has run all the work. But if you apply grouping, grouping is after it has loaded the data. So meaning that might consume more resources on the on computing machine. But um, since what we are doing is light, so it should not be a challenge. It's not a challenge. But I always advise to do that in the Power Query so that I can build your pipeline. Any other questions? Okay, I want to say a special thank you to our moderator, Abisola, who is also tending to questions, especially on YouTube. Thank you to our producer, Erika, for today. And the link to continue the learning is aka.ms slash lowcode October. And I'm going to display that on the screen, aka.ms slash lowcode October. All you learn, please don't forget to share what you learn. Awesome. Thank you very much. aka.ms slash lowcode October. When you go to that link, you will be able to access all the sessions we've done, including this. And we make update to this session to be sure that it addresses everything and you can complete your project. Don't forget to share. Thank you very much. And bye for now.